start now. Match బాబు నెక్కి చెప్పండి.
Option B.
Option B. Any other answer? Answer? Anyone has other answer? A project manager has been assigned to a project and requested to review its charter. The charter emphasizes that the project will need to succeed within an environment of frequently changing conditions. As a project manager meets with the sponsor to provide comments, the sponsor asks for the project manager recommendation on approaching this project. What should the project manager recommend? So first of all, we are in initiation. So we are in the process of developing project charter. Right. And the project charter process, develop project charter process not yet over. So initiate project phase. Initiate project phase or project. So what should the project man recommendation? What is your answer?
Option B.
B. Okay, in C, ensure that all team members are I-shaped specialists. What is it? What is it called? I-shaped specialist. I-shaped specialist. What is called ice-shaped specialist? T-shaped, ice-shaped.
Sir, I means they are specialized or expert on their domain or their field.
I means subject matter expert. I mean subject matter expert. He means in plan-driven project, we will use subject matter experts. But in change-driven project, we use
Is multi-skilled or
so what is it? We call them as a generalized specialist.
Generalized specialist.
Yeah,
Cross-functional.
yeah, we call them as a generalized specialist. So please understand the difference actually. A limit change request after the first iteration is complete. First of all, we are in initiation, project initiation. There is no information about agile project. And the charter emphasizes that project will need to succeed within an environment of frequently changing conditions. Adapt any relevant agile practices that enhance adaptability. Ensure that all team members are I-shaped specialists. Enhance resilience by developing a comprehensive risk register. Is that answer is D? You are in initiation. You are reviewing the project charter. So project sponsor is asking you, right? Ask for the project manager recommendation on approaching this project. How do we approach this project? What is answer? Answer D, I think it is wrong. It's not a right answer. Enhance resiliency by developing a comprehensive risk register. Why we need to go to the risk register? Why we need a risk register right now? You are in initiation.
Which option B is not that.
Option B, adapt to any relevant agile practices that enhances adaptability within an environment frequently changing conditions. Frequently changing conditions. Answer B. So when you read the question, please read very carefully, like each and every, where are you? What are you doing? What is going to be next?
Answer D.
Answer D. C. An agile team is in the middle of a sprint. When the sponsor, yeah, D. An agile team is in the middle of a sprint. When the sponsor asks the project's manager to stop work and several user story in the current sprint. With the recent news announcement of new technologies soon to hit the market, the sponsor is inclined to think that these user stories would be of little value. What should the project manager do? Remove the user stories indicated by the sponsor from the sprint backlog. Ignore the sponsor's input. Contact the product owner and ask if the user stories are still a priority. Conduct market research to confirm the announcement of the new technology. So in Agile project, who will decide what to do? Huh?
Product
Agile
owner.
Product owner.
Product owner. So we need to go to the product owner, right? In plan-driven project, who will decide what to do? So what is the answer?
Sir, actually, this product owner and the sponsor both are same, right?
Product owner and sponsor both are not same.
Why, sir?
See, in plan-driven project, in a traditional project management, who's your project sponsor? Your management.
Okay.
You are representing a contracting company, for example. The project sponsor of your project is your contracting company. Project sponsor is your company.
Okay.
So you will work with the customer. The customer person is like, for example, he will come and give you the scope information. He will give you the complete scope information. So at the beginning itself, so you can be able to develop a project management plan. Then you will start the project. You will conduct a project as per the project management plan. We don't need to go and ask him every time because nothing is going to be changed. Everything is finalized because the scope is well defined.
Okay.
Okay. So now we have a project sponsor. The project sponsor will appoint a project manager to conduct a project. And there is a customer. Customer will give us the scope. Based on the scope, we develop a scope project management plan. We will do the project. There is in Agile also similar arrangement. Okay. But only thing is the name is different. Instead of customer, we call him as a product owner. Product owner, which is equivalent to your consultant. Consultant is a representative of client. Here, product owner is a representative of customer. So we have a project sponsor who's going to represent our company, who's going to give us a support, objectives, everything. At the same time, there is a product owner will come from the customer side. He will come and give us the requirement, scope. But in Agile project, problem is he cannot give the scope, entire scope at the beginning itself, because there will be a changes, there will be a variability, there will be uncertainty. Due to that reason, product owner always will work with us. In plan-driven project, customer involvement will be
Very
high
less.
at the will be high at the beginning and will be less throughout the project.
Okay.
But in Agile project, customer involvement, that means product owner involvement will be always high, because whenever we conduct a sprint planning meeting or sprint review everywhere, the product owner will come with us. Product owner will sit with us. It is called co-creative process, or it is called collaborative team.
Okay. Okay.
Concept will be same. Plan driven and change driven concept will be same. The way we conduct a project will be same. Only thing is, in plan driven, they will give the scope in at the beginning. But here, because of the variable scope, so product owner has to be there always.
Okay.
So
Okay.
contact the product owner and ask if the user stories are still priority. Even those project sponsor, your management is saying that, okay, cancel the project. I need to go to the customer. In plan-driven project also, who will give you the termination notice? Customer will give you the termination notice.
Okay.
Right. So someone told me that D, conduct market research to confirm the announcement. Not necessary. The moment your customer or your project sponsor informing you that, okay, cancel the project, let us cancel the project. We don't need to go and like then who will give the money? When they are not interested, who will give the money? Right? So remove the users indicated by the sponsor, it is not possible. So anyone has a doubt, please tell me. Understanding this concept. கொஞ்சம் seat இல்லையா? பின்னாடி இருக்கா?
இல்ல 06 ரெண்டு கம்பைன்டா இல்ல
தெரியாது. அப்ப வேண்டாம்.
சிட்டிசன்
இருக்குல்ல? அதுல போ. சிட்டிசன் எங்க இருக்கு? தேரா ஓகே. நீ போடு.
A scatter diagram.
Diagram. You have data about the top 5 causes of flight delays that occurred over the past 3 years, including how many minutes each flight varied from being on time, both early and late. And for a list of causes, you have the frequency each cause occurred. You also have enough data about multiple causes for each flight delay to find correlation between factors. Which are the following quality tools would help you the most to identify the causes leading to a highest number of delays? causes leading to a highest number of delays. Identify the causes. What is the purpose of histogram? It is a data representation tool. You are going to present the information about the flight delays, right? Type of delay and the number of delays, as well as the timing of the delay. These three information can be presented by using histogram. What is scatter diagram? What is the reason the delays are occurred? What are the reasons? What are the variables which is going to impact which is going to produce the delay, right? The cause and effect. So which one has the highest impact? So analyzing the relationship between two variables. One is a dependent variable, which is called delay. An independent variable, the delay is caused by so many factors. Which factor is number one? That's called scatter diagram. Analyzing the relationship between cause and effect. So what is the purpose of control chart? It will help you to evaluate the project performance, variance analysis, comparing plan versus actual, right? Whether the project is within the accepted threshold or not. Well, if it is beyond the threshold, then we need to take a corrective action. What about cause and effect diagram? Find out the root cause of the problem. So which is the right answer?
Answer A.
Scatter diagram. Which of the following quality tools would help you the most to identify causes leading to highest number of delays? Sure.
C. Cause and effect.
C. You are presenting the information, right? You have data about top 5 causes of flight delay that occurred over the past 3 years, including how many minutes each flight varied from being on time, both early and late. For a list of causes, you have the frequency each cause has occurred, how many numbers, how many times. You also have enough data about multiple causes. So all those information, you are presenting it. So what is the answer? What is the answer?
Option D.
A. Option B.
Option D.
A company has been contracted to develop a software for a hydroelectric plant. The project management plan specify Scrum as the development approach. When we say Scrum, it is Agile approach. Few sprint into the project, regulators notify the performing organization that due to new environmental law, safety features originally not included in the scope baseline will need to be built into the software. Okay. Now, see, let's say, for example, performing organization and requesting organization, right? The previous, like related to previous question, who's the project sponsor? So the head of the performing organization means who performs the project is a project sponsor. And who's going to be a requesting organization? Requesting organization, the customer as well as product owner. So now, what is your answer? Issue a change request to update the project management plan, and once approved, ensure that scope baseline is updated. Conduct a root cause analysis with the product owner to determine why the safety features were not included in the scope in this first place. Use the Moscow model of prioritization to groom the scope baseline and categorize the new safety features as a should-have features. Discuss the new features with the team during sprint planning. And if the team agrees, ask them to implement the features in the next sprint.
A.
So what is your,
I think A.
Yeah. Issue a change request to update the project management plan, and once approved, ensure that scope baseline is updated. But it is agile project, right? The safety features are related to safety features are related to product. So product owner has to decide, right?
Yes, but usually should evaluate impact on project, but there is no another option. That's why it is the best option.
Okay. Few sprint into the project, regulators notify the performing organization that due to new environmental law, safety features originally not included. So conduct a root cause analysis with the product owner to determine why the safety features were not included in the scope in the first place, but it is a new law. Discuss the new features with the team during the sprint planning, and if the team agrees, that is not possible because like a team agrees, not agree. Here, product owner has to decide, customer has to decide it. So you mean answer A, because of the scope baseline. If you want to modify a project management plan, you need to go through the change control process. So it is a hybrid project because we have a scope baseline also, right? B. Either answer.
B, issue a change request to apply the improvements.
You are a member of a project team responsible for project quality management. You have found that some of the testing processes are not consistently detecting the issues they were designed to detect. If those processes are not corrected, the project may end up failing or require a lot of rework. You recommend several suggestions to improve the procedures. What is the best way for you to deal with this situation?
I think the last one, D, because mentioned that you recommend. I think recommend your suggestion. Nobody listened to him. And he has to escalate.
Laptop. Escalate the issue to the project sponsor, you mean?
This is not good directly, but here mentioned that you recommend several suggestions to improve the procedure. It means nobody listened to him, any project manager or sponsor.
No, who will not listen to him?
Yani,
You are, what is another answer? Is there any other answer? Or everyone goes with the D?
Answer B.
Answer B. Issue a change request to apply the improvements. You are a member of a project team responsible for project quality management. You have found that some of the testing processes are not consistently detecting the issue they were designed to detect. If those processes are not corrected, the project may end up failing or require a lot of rework. You recommend several suggestions to improve the procedures, right? What is the best way for you to deal with this situation? So escalate the issue to the project sponsor is a elimination, because project sponsor will not say anything about your method of project actually. That is, project manager has to decide it or project management team has to decide it, right? Project sponsor will provide only the resources, directions, external support, objectives. He will not come and tell you that how to do it, remove it. Implement the changes as necessary, but you are in execution, you are not in planning. If you are in planning, you can do it. If you are in execution, you need to go through the change control process. So anyone can request a change. Please remember, anyone can request a change. Any stakeholder can request a change.
Option A.
Risk cost value. Which factors should be considered while prioritizing items in the product? The risk cost value or anything else? Sorry. So what is the answer?
Answer C.
C.
B.
Any other answer?
C.
A recently completed project cost. A recently completed project cost more and took longer than it should have. A root cause analysis was performed and it was determined that cost of quality exceeded what was optimal. Apparently, the quality management plan included extensive and very costly testing to ensure that there were zero escaped defects in the project. There were zero escaped defects in the project. What might have prevented this situation? Apparently, the quality management plan included extensive and very costly testing to ensure that there were zero escaped defects. Zero escape, what is called escaped defects. So during inspection, maybe some defects may escape to the customer, right? We may miss it to find out or detect it. That's called escaped defects. And what is called cost of quality? We have prevention cost, appraisal cost, and internal failure cost and external failure cost. There is a 4 type of cost we will include in cost baseline. So conducting a sensitivity analysis, a more thorough stakeholder analysis, performing cost benefit analysis, including a SWOT analysis. What is your answer?
Answer C, sir. Performing a cost benefit analysis.
Why? It is called sensitivity analysis. Sensitivity analysis.
This is using for variations, sir. How to the variation coming?
Sensitivity analysis will help you to analyze the relationship between two variables. Why delay is happening? Why defects are coming? Why productivity is less? What are the reasons? Why number of accidents are more? What are the reasons? So analyzing those things are called sensitivity. It is especially used in risk management. So due to inflation, how like your NPV will change, net present value may change. Due to political situation, how the prices will escalate. So is there any relationship? Is there any correlation? Right? Positive correlation, negative correlation, no relation at all. So those things we can find out by using sensitivity analysis. So that is used in risk management. A more thorough stakeholder analysis, which is elimination, because stakeholder analysis, which is going to find the stakeholder attributes, stakeholder interest, roles and responsibilities, stakes, power. Look, those things we can find out from the stakeholder analysis for each stakeholder. And including a SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat, which we used to analyze, which we used to identify the overall project risk. So based on the elimination, A, B, D, and I will select C. I will select C. Based on the elimination, I will select C. It was determined that a recently completed project cost more and took longer than it should have. A root cause analysis was performed. It was determined that cost of quality exceeded what was optimal. To find out the optimal cost, what is the tool we will use it? Cost benefit analysis, we will use it. To find out the optimal cost benefit analysis. You should know about all tools. But you people are not answering. Study.
Option D.
Option D. You are planning the must-have features of a new product in detail so that work can begin and the product can be released to the market as early as possible. The future features are unknown at the moment and will depend on what the complexity, what is the competitor release. You will plan those features in greater detail later on. As you and your team create the work breakdown structure, what will you use to indicate the future features? Future features. What is your option? What is your answer option?
Yes, sir. This planning package.
Planning package. Right? So if you look at a WBS, work breakdown structure, there is a 3 elements in WBS. Every project will be having multiple control account. Each control account will be having multiple planning packages. And each planning package will be having multiple work packages. And each work package we will decompose, we will prepare an activity list. So now if any planning package we have, we know very well. Any planning package we know very well. Those planning packages will be like a developed until activity level or task level. Any planning package is unknown. So we will stop at planning package itself. It is a result of rolling wave planning. So if you don't understand, please ask me again. Under WBS, you should know the elements of WBS: control account, planning package, work package.
Issue log.
Issue log.
Issue log.
Mhm. So in which project document would she have documented the inconsistency? So it is inconsistency we will document in issue log. So this type of questions only you need to you will take very few seconds to answer these questions where you will save your time. Try to find out a keyword from the question.
Option D, requirement traceability matrix.
Traceability matrix. Also, the team member review to understand the origin of this requirement. Origin of this requirement, right? So requirement traceability matrix. Correct. See, I'm not reading the first two lines. I'm reading only the last line because keyword is very important. Origin of the requirement will be documented in requirement traceability matrix. In requirement traceability matrix, what are the information will be there? Requirement ID, requirement category, and each requirement connected to a project objectives, business value, goal. That's called the origin. Then each requirement will be having a owner, which stakeholder was asking this requirement. Then next one is each requirement will be having a deliverable. That deliverable will be having a design. That deliverable will be having a test cases and a status. So all those information we will document in requirement traceability matrix. Those particular document will be reviewed throughout the project. If your requirement traceability matrix status says done, like a delivered, or done, then project is over. Right. So yeah, we have a project objectives. Each project objectives will be having requirements. Each stakeholder will be having requirement. Each requirement will be having deliverable. Those deliverables will be decomposed into features or work packages. Those things will be delivered to the customer.
C.
D.
Any other answer? Any other answer?
Answer C.
What approach is best for the project manager to take to address the situation going forward? Okay. Now, since project execution began, the project has been experiencing high volume of new features, change requests, and defect repairs. Project manager has a difficult time managing and controlling project work, performing change control, and validating scope. What approach is best for the project manager to take to address the situation going forward? See, limit the number of new features, change request, and defect repair. How do we limit actually? Huh? The project manager has a difficult time managing and controlling project work, performing change control, and validating scope. Limit the number of new features, change request, and defect repair allowed on the project. Use management reserve. Is it possible? Management reserve?
No.
No. So management reserve for what?
Management reserves is majorly for the unknowns part of the budget.
Contingency plan.
Contingency plan. Management reserve, it is for uncertainty. We cannot use it for these purposes, correct? So it is answer C. Because use management reserve, we can eliminate. Hire additional team member to assign each new team member a process to manage, remove it. Combine new features, change request, and defect repair into a single backlog.
I think D. D for Dubai.
It is a D. Okay, you cannot limit the change actually. You cannot control because you can control, but you cannot limit.
Option A.
Option A. You are leading a project to renovate and convert a historic building into condominiums. After some demolition, asbestos insulation was discovered. This came as a surprise to the project team. To address the issue, the team recommends some scope changes. However, with the cost of these changes, the budget at completion cannot be met. So a change request has been submitted as well as approved. What should you do next? Update the cost baseline as outlined in the approved change request.
Yes, A.
Use a contingency reserve, we cannot use it because that is contingency reserve always for risk. Terminating the project, it is not your rights. Do not implement also, you cannot do it. So elimination, all elimination. So what is the answer?
Option D, sir.
Option B.
Defects have been found in some of the project deliverables. The change request to repair the defects has been submitted as well as approved, and the deliverables repaired. What should the project manager do next?
A.
Invite the customer to validate scope. Is it right?
No, sir,
Perform the
because there is
no,
a problem
no.
in defect. So then they have to do for the root cause analysis.
Why root cause analysis? Where is the root cause analysis? Request the team to carry out a root cause analysis. That is, I will do it in lessons learned, not now. Because your what's the deliverables are already repaired, right?
Sir, the
Option
defect
B.
is there.
Conduct the approved change request review. Why? Perform the control quality process. What is that? I will evaluate the performance of the project with respect to scope. So C can be removed. Conduct approved change request review. Okay. Invite the customer to validate the change request. To repair the defects has been submitted as well as approved, and the deliverables repaired. What should the project manager? So, okay, we need to validate. Okay, validation process. We need to validate the approved change request.
A.
A company has been contracted to develop a Mars rover. After analyzing the project requirement, the project manager and the team decide to use behavior-driven development. So what does that mean? What does that mean for the project? What is called behavior-driven development? When we develop acceptance test as part of the planning, right? As part of the test and inspection plan. So when we develop acceptance test, we will document the behavior of the product, behavior of the features. So product owner will explain the expected behavior of the features. Then team members will ask 5 questions. Why? From this 5 why, they will understand the core requirement of the particular feature. That's called behavior test driven development. So what is your answer?
I think A. The others are eliminated.
Yeah. A simulator will be used for interim test of the rover design.
Option B.
Option D. This B. Request the project
B.
team is an iterative and incremental approach. Okay. So we'll close it now. Again, next Monday, we'll meet. Okay. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Night.